What's up everyone, Curios here, and today we're going to go over our Mola guide to try and get you some more money to use in Genshin Impact. Now, if you're before about Adventure Rank 30, you're probably not going to have any money issues, but once you hit Adventure Rank 30, you start getting those characters to level 60, and you start getting those weapons to level 60 and beyond, and all that goodness, you're going to start running into issues. So I'm going to go over 3 tips, maybe 4 tips, right now. Oh, before I forget, make sure you come check us out on our twitch.tv channel. I am streaming 4 nights a week. You can check my socials down below. Also, please subscribe, like, all that jazz. Let's kick off the video. All right, guys, welcome on in. Mini Curios here. We're gonna talk about the first best way to get Mora in this game, which is pretty easy, but I think a lot of people overlook it. Well, I don't want to say it's easy. There's some dynamics to it, and we're gonna go over that. But first thing you're gonna want to do is make sure you're spending your sigils. Now you get those from doing a variety of events, but mainly from chests in each different region. So first things first, let's go ahead and teleport to Mondstadt. And we're gonna make our way over to this vendor right over here with the diamond above her head. Now this vendor is going to offer a variety of items. You can see I've bought most of them out. But the key one that you're going to do from here is you're going to see that she sells all this Mora for that resource you have right up here. Now you get these all the time, so you should be turning these in. And mathematically, if you get 100 of these a day per region, that's 80,000 Mora per region a day. I'm gonna go ahead and just buy this out. So quick tip, you'll see that there's 2 Moras here. One's a one-time purchase, the other is an unlimited purchase. You can only do the unlimited purchase once you've purchased everything from the shop. Now this shop's pretty easy to do, but the other shop not so much. So let's go ahead and just max that out real quick. And then we're gonna go ahead and max out this one as well. Bam, a quick 96,000 at a discount. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now, as you scroll down, and obviously I'm in the way here, so I'm gonna go ahead and block out my camera here for a second. You can see that the Mora is now 2 per sigil, and you can buy this unlimited number of times. So right there, so we did get the limited, but right there, we made an easy 100,000. So if it was at 2, we would have made about 65,000 right there. So that's a good way to get Mora. And you should be focusing your farm around this. So let's go ahead and look at the other vendor. So that's the one vendor in this region. Now there's another vendor in the other region when you get the other sigils, the Geo sigils. You do that by teleporting to this waypoint close to the Adventurers Guild. All right, so we're going to talk to this vendor right here. Once again, it has the diamond above her head. What do you have to offer? You'll see that this vendor has the same stuff to offer as the other vendor. And as I scroll down, you can see that one-time purchase of 120 of them for 1 sigil apiece. And then the unlimited Mora as well. Now, I'm still in the middle of unlocking all that. So you need to start focusing your farm on maxing this vendor out, because both of these vendors are going to give you a ton of Mora a day. I'm talking like if you're doing a good farm, and we're going to go over the farm here in a bit, my chest farming guide. If you're getting 50 chests per region a day, that's close to what? I did the math on it. It's close to 80,000 Mora per vendor. That's 160,000 from just the turn-ins alone. All right, let's briefly go over the math. So if you're getting 50 chests per zone, which gets you around 700 Mola, each zone's going to get you around 35,000 Mola. It's going to get you 100 sigils. We divide that in 2 since it costs 2 per turn-in. So we do 50 times 1,600. That gets you 80,000 per vendor. Now, if we add up all those numbers together, that gets you roughly 230,000 Mola a day just from playing the game. All right. Tip number 2. Gold ley lines, or what we like to call the blossoms of wealth. Now, there's a little bit of a stipulation with this, I should say. If you're before AR 30 to 35, I would highly suggest you avoid these. The resin use here is not going to be your most optimal. So getting your characters and your weapons from 1 to 60 is doable with the money, or the Mora, I should say, that the game gives you. And using that resin, you guys can check out my resin guide above. Using that resin for materials you need for Ascension is going to be better use of your resin in the time being. Now, once you breach level 60, you're going to need a ton of Mora to even level your characters with Hero's Wits or anything like that. So this is when it becomes more viable to do these. Now, the Mora does scale the higher your world level goes up. So the scaling on it doesn't become useful until like AR 35, AR 40. So the further out you can push these, the better. But let's go ahead and just take one down just for the sake of doing it, right? Let's blow through some of our resin for the community. And there you go. It is down. Let's go ahead and open up that blossom. And you get that sweet, sweet Mora. All right, let's pause here for a quick second. Obviously, you can see I got 36,000. If we were to do 36,000 times 9, we'd get 324,000 a day by using our resin. Now, that does scale as your adventure rank goes up, or it's less as your adventure rank is lower. All right, tip number 3. Now, this one I did put third, mainly because it is the pay to advance system. Now, I'm sure there's going to be 2 schools of thought on this, so take an open mind about it. But if we are going to our, I don't know how to play the game today, apparently. If we're going to our shop, you can see here that we have the bargains, and under the Star Dust Exchange, you'll have options to buy materials with those master lists that you get from summoning. Now, depending on if you're a free-to-play player or if you're investing some money into the game and you're doing more pulls, you're getting more wishes, all that goodness, your mileage may vary here. So slightly, we're going to talk about at least this one right here. For 300 masterless resources, you can get 300,000 Mora. Now, that seems pretty good until you hit that paywall, or until you hit that point that you need to put more money in to get more of these because you've ran out of wishes, or until they put in a way to get more wishes or more of this currency. So objectively speaking, I think if you are the type of player that spends money on the game, this is perfect. Get this once a month, get 300,000, easy peasy at the discount. Now, you can buy this unlimited afterwards, but it costs more money. I highly suggest you don't do that. Easy peasy 300,000. It's going to help you out no matter what. If you're a free-to-play player, I highly suggest you don't do this. Now, you might have 3,000 master lists for all I know, and that's fine, but you should really just be saving those master lists for these intertwined fates and for the acquainted fates. That's going to help progress you a little bit later, or at least push your resources months and months out. Those do become a priority. Now, I don't suggest you almost buy anything else from the shop. Everything else is farmable. Now, you might be missing one and you really want to upgrade that weapon or something like that. Do it, right? I highly suggest you do not buy the Mystic Enchantment Ores as well. So this is going to also save you on those master lists. And I know that we're only talking about the more of this, but you can make these pretty easily if you've got your mining route and farms. Would I suggest doing this? Maybe. Majority, no, I would not suggest this. Because right now, I've already given you away, if you play the game every day and you get those vendors unlocked, you can make easily 150,000 a day. So in 2 days, I've already saved myself 300 master lists. Now, you'll have to make that decision.